Check, yeah. Don't ask me why again, we tried again and didn't feel the same. The plans was nicking up the diagram. Winter overseas, I got some bags that need acquiring. We used to get cash, the checks bigger so they wire them. Plug talk, fuck the middleman, bring the supplier in. From Italy to Ireland as part of the requirements. Could've joined a union, Kid Andrew turned to fireman, but I'm still doing fire shit.
Alright, let's get into it. How y'all doing? How you feel? This is the triple Aught design, fast pack, Litespeed, VX, standard edition. There's actually two versions of this pack. There's a standard that has the hook and loop panel at the top, and then there's a sterile version that doesn't have the hook and loop panel at the top. I would prefer the hook and loop. I like to show off the flags, if you know what I'm saying. I got Walter White right there looking evil as hell, and it's a couple of little morale patches up there. So yeah, this pack, they kind of say that this pack is an adventure pack. They don't specifically make it and say it's an EDC pack. It's a day pack, right? It's a day pack. And we have to keep that in mind as we're going to go through this pack. This pack is complicated. It looks like it's got a lot of stuff going on the outside. Lots of straps, and you know, you got your beaver tail here. Yeah, but in actuality, it's a very simple pack. I'm going to take you to the places I like the most. In that process, we're going to do a couple of specs. 22-liter pack right here. Like I said, I'm going to take you around to the back because that's probably my number one thing, is this back panel. It's always a good thing when you start the video off and you start talking about the back panel, right? Because it's excellent. Slight curvature to the back panel there. Just a slight curve. But what's really impressive to me is how much cushioning is in this back panel. It feels really good. You can kind of see the triple Aught designs, you know, logo in the back kind of pressed on. And that's really the only branding on this pack. It's not on the outside at all. I like that a whole lot. Now, that's my number one. The number two thing about this pack has got to be the VX on the outside. I believe this is a VX21. It gives this pack a very modern look, but it's still like, for me, it's still like everyday carry. I can carry this around in the city, and I don't think anybody would look twice. It does look like a very modern pack. So definitely got some points for the looks department. Now, the blank slate factor on this pack is high, all right? Triple Aught Designs makes a lot of accessories with their packs, and you can pick those up, right? One of the ones that they include with the pack is this beaver tail right here in the front. It has two functions, right? If you got a helmet or some shoes or anything large, you want to kind of stick it in this beaver tail. You stick it right in there, and it will carry it for you. Kind of cinch it up. Maybe a longer firearm, you want to put it in there, cinch it up, pack it up tight. They also come with a number of accessories like this. This is the Op 1 LT and VX. This is just a nice little pack. So you could take this outside beaver tail off and kind of connect it on the front of your pack right here. Right? It's just got some simple clips. I will say with these clips, they can be a little loose in the connections. I wish it was just a regular MOLLE system on these accessories instead of these plastic clips. But this is a really simple but nice organizer. You got a Velcro little pouch right here in the front where you could slide some pins or a knife, flashlights in there. Then you have a pocket back here where you kind of just open it up. You got some space in there to shove some items. I put all my items in the inside. These are like number 6 YKK zippers. You can open this whole thing up, and it opens up wide. Now, inside of like this triple Aught design stuff, you'll see this interior lining. This brown is excellent. This is a VX07, and you got some bungee spots right here. Little slip pocket where I put my Anchor battery right there. This is kind of what I've been carrying recently. And then that's just a simple slip pocket on this side. Now, if you turn it around, you have another pocket, but that's a zipper pocket on this side. And that's where I put all of my like hand sanitizer, Tic Tac, stuff like that. So a nice little accessory for this pack. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're not cheap. I'll tell you that. They're not cheap, but they're cool as hell. They're stitched in, and everything is sewn right here in America. And that's what makes triple Aught design kind of different. A little bit more on the expensive side. But let's get back to the pack. right here. You'll see we're not we're not missing any moly. We got moly coming around the sides of this pack right here. So yeah, and even when you take the beaver tail off, right, we got more moly webbing on the front of this pack. You do have 2 quick access pockets right on the outside of this pack, which I like, right? Which I like. You open them up, big section. It goes all the way down to my wrist. No organization in this front pocket though. Now on the top pocket, you do get a little bit of admin, like a little admin section in there. So I got a knife in there. That's the Spyderco Spidey Chef. It's a really cool knife. Rust-free knife. I like that knife a lot. I turned that into like one of my fishing knives. Then I have the Ace Beam. What is this? The H16, little right angled flashlight that you could turn into a headlamp. And I have some pens, like some Sharpies, Sharpie pen in there. And then you have, I mean, there's like a lot of organizational slots right here in the front. It does give you a little bit of give so you can put your items in there, but you're not gonna put like anything too big in there before it starts to bulk out. I mean, that's kind of what it is. Let's go into the main section. Like, let's not waste any time. This is a pretty good, this is a tall pack. This pack is like 20 inches tall. So you may want to keep that in mind if you want to purchase this pack, right? So you got Aqua Guard number 10 YKK zips right here on this pack. It zips down. It's not a full clamshell. You got a little bit of space right here at the bottom of this pack, but you can lay it open and there is good packability, right? Good packability. Maybe, you know, a decent travel pack at 22 liters, right? Just maybe for a weekend. That's a rain jacket. I got a microfiber cloth, some snacks, got a cap 1 in there, cap 2 in there. So yeah, you definitely can pack this out. Now, this is what I want to kind of show you, right? Had to put my laptop in there, raw dog. Bear in mind, I started the video off telling you, this is not an everyday carry pack. It's an adventure pack or a day pack. So there's not a specific, you know, laptop sleeve in this pack. But on the fly, if you wanted to, you could take this beaver tail, move it to the inside of the pack, and use that as a compression to hold this pack in. I mean, hold this laptop in. So that's in a pinch, but it's not designed for a laptop. So bear in mind, keep notes. I let you know, all right? But in the inside, got that 07 VX material in here on the back side. Now on the sides of this pack, I don't know why they didn't line the sides. That's one thing that I did kind of concern myself with. It just looks a little bit unfinished to me. So you do have like some buckles in here. Those buckles will help you move the beaver tail inside of the pack, and there's a little process with that, but you can be done. You do have like a hydration port and a hydration strap to hold your hydration bag in here. But yeah, other than that, this section pretty empty, right? Over here you got the standard operation. Over here, 2 pockets on the lid, heavy duty mesh. Now the AquaGuard zippers are inside the pack as well. I guess that will help, but it's like it's mesh and AquaGuard zippers. Didn't really understand that, but it still looks cool. So inside I got the headband for the H116 head H-beam headband lights. Can I talk? Headlight in there, and then I also have my sunglasses in there as well, kind of out of this crush zone with the main section. And then in the bottom, my standard affair, which is going to be some gloves in here. These pockets I have absolutely no issue with. Some mechanics gloves in the bottom of that pack, just for, you know, emergencies. But in the inside, it's a very simple pack. More simple than I thought it was going to be in the inside. Let's load this thing back up. What this like Molly offers you is the ability to connect whatever you want. Like on the side right here, you got more Molly webbing where you can connect what you want. I like that, right? If you wanted to do a water bottle, you could on the side right here. That's all right. And then you don't necessarily, like, you could take the stuff off that you don't want. I like that. So if you don't want this beaver tail in the front, you can rock it clean. It's easy enough to take it off. If you don't want these compression straps down here on the bottom of the pack, you could take those off as well. If you need them, you add them back in. This is a very versatile system. It's a system that Triple Aught Designs is offering you, right? And even though this pack is super, you mark my words, this pack is super strappy. There's straps everywhere. They did a really good job of like strap management. They have these web dominators on pretty much on all the straps around this bag. The grab handle on the bag at the top is decent. It's not the greatest thing ever. It suits the purpose. It's got Hypalon on the top. Nice piece of webbing there, kind of holds it in. Now let's talk about these, the shoulder straps themselves. You do have some adjustment here with some load lifters. You guys know how load lifters work. You pull them, they move the load higher and closer to your back. These work really, really well on this pack. So the adjustment, far as, a long day, that's definitely going to come in handy. The shoulder straps themselves are they go the way of a thinner kind of shoulder straps. They're not too wide, but they're padded up really well. The density of the shoulder straps is really good. I could stand for them just to be a touch wider. You do have a sternum strap here, 1 inch wide sternum strap. For a 22-liter pack, I felt like this was just a little bit overkill. There is some strap management there to kind of hold that in and stop the straps from moving all around. And even the web dominators are down here at the bottom of the shoulder straps themselves. So you kind of stop that flapping all around on this bag. This bag is actually in the regular range for weight. It's actually at 3.2 pounds. So that's decent weight. It's not super crazy great, but it's not super crazy heavy as well. Like, this is the type of pack you take it and you make it whatever kind of pack you want. And, you add your additional ops on it. And then you got stuff kind of on the side if you want, in the front if you want, and kind of move it around like that. While this back panel is going to be super comfortable and the shoulder straps are going to be good for you, right? The only thing that is concerning to me is the price of this pack. It is really expensive. Really expensive. It's $455, and that's not including the op one over here, which is another 100 or so bucks. So we're talking about a $500 setup right here. It's a steep price to play. It's a very cool pack. I really like the look of it, but man, when I stand back up from it, I gotta just be like, is it worth it? I don't know. I think you guys are gonna have to make that call yourself. I haven't done a Triple Aught Design review in a while. They did send this pack out to me, so shout out to them. But I'm kind of undecided on this Triple Aught Design pack, really. I'm balancing the cost, its functionality, and the looks. The looks are off the chart. Looks are off the chart on this pack. But the functionality may be coming to question. Doing stuff strictly outside, this is the pack. It may be the pack for you. Triple Aught Designs, again, thank you for sending this pack out to me and the accessory, so I could definitely experience both of these things. It's an awesome system, great kind of blank slate to do what you want with it. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button. If you loved it, subscribe and come on back. Got more gear to review, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.